Welcome to a shaky start to Stressless Saturday. Sorry about that. I was just adjusting myself. So today, what are we talking about? Limiting beliefs. This is a big topic. Obviously, you guys can see that I'm picking up some sort of a rotation between mindset, nutrition, and fitness topics. This week's stressful or roadblock or challenge that you will face is a mindset-related topic, and it's definitely limiting beliefs. Now, what I mean by limiting beliefs is we always tell ourselves things that we will never say to other people. So, for example, most recently I made a mistake on I think something on the computer or something like that, and I just abused myself inside my own brain. And so I would never say the words that I said to myself to somebody else, right? But we tend to do, as natural humans, we don't really care. We'll just brush it off and do whatever. So that's a limiting belief. Will amplify the amount of negativity that you are thinking about or feeling, and it's just going to give you ruin any sort of any day, any moment, any sort of goal that you have in mind. What I mean by limiting belief is when I was losing weight, you're always your first plateau. The first time you see the numbers go down, straight away negativity, right? Instead of congratulating myself for the kilo, the half a kilo, the 10, the 15, the 20 that I lost, it was a case of, oh, that's it. Now I'm going to give up because it's not working anymore. My plan's not working. It's failed. I'm never going to be skinny, blah, 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 whatever other excuse that you have. And so at that moment there, that's a limiting belief, right? And if it starts happening more frequently, you start believing it. So you start believing that you can't progress, or, you can't succeed, and you can't do all these things that you've wanted to do before. And so having those negative thoughts and those limiting beliefs will amplify your self-criticism and your fear to progress or to step outside your comfort zone. And so that's the biggest thing that the biggest challenge that I guarantee you will face. There will be your first plateau, or you might skip a meal and not see a result, or there might be something that's limiting you right now as I speak now. So the solution to that, obviously, with every problem, there was a solution. So the way that I overcome it was I basically wrote down the limiting beliefs on a piece of paper. So at the time there was 3. For example, it would have been I'm not really fit. So I'm not really fit. I'm really, 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 really overweight, and I'm not strong, for example. And then on the same piece of paper, right next to it, I would write a glass half full statement. So for example, I'm not fit would be I'm getting fitter as each day, every time I go to the gym. And the second one was I'm really overweight. I've currently lost 6 kilos, and on my plan to lose 10, I'm halfway down my through my goal to lose 10 kilos if that was my goal. And so writing down a positive spin to the negative thought enables you to practice these limiting beliefs and to keep progressing, right? Because yes, there are going to be times where there's a roadblock or a challenge that you get hit with, but if you can switch your mindset to look at it as a positive spin to all a roadblock or a challenge, it's going to enable you to progress even further. So for example, if I constantly said to myself, I'm not fit, I'm wasting my time at the gym, eventually I'm going to stop going to the gym because I can't see any results, and the negativity is taking ownership of how I feel, and it's basically running what I'm doing. Whereas if I say to myself, instead of saying I'm not fit, even though it might mean the same thing, like I'm getting fitter every single day as long as I go to the gym, or as long as I work out and be physically active, then it puts a positive spin. Even though it's the same outcome, I'm not as fit as I will be in 3 months, or it basically removes the negativity from that statement and enables you to keep progressing, or to keep trying and being consistent. So limiting beliefs, guys, is basically why 90% of any sort of lifestyle or health and fitness challenges, goals, plans fail. Reason for it is because you start believing that belief. Obviously, that's why it's called a belief. And you give up too quickly without understanding why you're feeling that way, and you basically self-sabotage. You perform self-sabotaging internally, and you set yourself up for failure. So limiting beliefs, just remember that they're out there. Always try and put a positive spin to it, guys. There's nothing better than starting with a smile, ending with a smile. Obviously, you'll hear me say that throughout the program, and for those of you who are training with me right now, it's the first thing that I say before we start the session. So more things you can do is identify every single time you feel negative, why you feel that way. Write it down on that piece of paper, and always refer back to that piece of paper, because eventually you'll start building a list of 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 things that make you feel bad. But you know what? Every single time those 10 things make you feel bad, you have an alternative way you have an alternative perspective or a pane of glass that you can look through, instead of just feeling negative and not knowing how to get out of it. So every negative thought needs a positive replacement. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, I hate the rain, it's made my hair messy, or whatever it may be. Every negative thought needs a positive replacement. If there's anything that you guys take back from this webinar, that's exactly what I want you to take back. Every negative thought needs a positive replacement. So guys, I hope I haven't taken up too much of your Stressless Saturday time. It's amazing weather. It's a bit windy in Sydney, but you know, these things happen. So as always, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Ask Dan. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. See you later.